Jets are playing without Quinton Williams, the two-time Pro Bowler, on that front. Wilson to throw, plenty of time, deep ball, Bo Collins, can he chase it down? He does! And Collins knocked down at the 1.
Kelsey in motion, 1st and 10. Mahomes play action. He's taking a shot down the field. He's got an open receiver who's got the football. Tyquan Thornton with a huge play, and what a throw from Patrick Mahomes.
Wells was in motion. Jameis under some pressure. Gonna air it out downfield. Henry makes the catch and reels it in. The rookie out of Louisiana with a diving catch.
Keep that young man out of that situation. You toss it to the sideline, there's always a chance that somebody runs you out of bounds.
What can Mahomes do with that gift? Going deep for Thornton. That's a connection. He stays in bounds. The clock is rolling under 30 seconds as everyone in the Kansas City uniform.
1 point Tampa Bay, picking him number 1 in the draft. Been with New Orleans, Cleveland. He's going to go deep for Hyatt, and this time he catches it. Touchdown. For Jalen Hyatt, the 3rd time was the charm.
And Hurts with time, now shot downfield, and it is brought in by Jahan Dotson, taking it down to the 26-yard line. Dotson able to pull it in.
4th and 7. Mahomes running for his life from Khalil Mack. Throws to wide open Hollywood Brown. Inside the 10. Holy smokes.
Daniels surveying. Rifles one deep as he inbounds. He is Chris Moore, who was just called up from the practice squad before the game.
When we're winning games, we're going to have that.
30 seconds to go here in the first. Fields, great protection. Deep ball on the way. Rainbow is caught. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. He beat Slay on the play.
3rd and 20. They mark it at the 25. They bring 6. Smith underneath, and they get it. Thornton.
Mayfield on 1st down, throws, end zone, caught, touchdown! Ibuka with his 2nd of the game.
3-hour highlight reel, because I mean, how do you just pick out a handful of plays with Devontae Adams? 2nd down, 8, going deep. Oh, he's got him! Caught by Smith. Xavier Smith lassos a 36-yard Stafford throw.
3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Purdy's given time. Wants it all. Downfield. Pearsall's got it. Ricky Pearsall inside the 25. Biggest play of the day. With a minute 13. 2nd and 10. Darnold. One-on-one. Smith and Jigba. They went back to Smith and Jigba, and he beat Green. 41 yards to the 14.
Buffalo bringing forward, leaving a spy on Jackson, who's in trouble. Gets away. Escaping. Got a lot of room. There he goes. 1st down, Lamar, much more. Across midfield to the 46-yard line.
They had 4 sacks last week, 2 by McDonald. Look at leaping through the pressure, and Allen has the 1st down, and he's off and running. Switches hands with the football to deliver the stiff arm.
49 seconds to play. 2nd quarter. Ward looking. Looping out of trouble. Trying to set up receivers. He's going to throw against his body to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Spectacular. Io Manor.
It's a 2nd and 3. Coming after him again. Got the edge on Bosa. He's running for the 1st. Taking it to the middle. What a run by Fields out to the 48-yard line.
They've been off the charts with explosive plays. After changing the play, Lamar backpedaling. He does this so well and then finds an opening. He runs up and throws toward the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Ravens! What a grab by the veteran DeAndre Hopkins.
Like watching the way Noah Sewell plays that position.
We're down at 8. Goff going deep. Williams, touchdown!
Seattle avoids disaster on third down. Now play action. Shot downfield. Smith in Jigba's got it against Ramsey. Down to the 10-yard line. And a beautiful touch throw by Darnold.
Wilson going end zone. Robinson. Perfect throw. Touchdown, New York. On fourth down, 32 yards to Wan'Dale Robinson. From the Dallas 48. Wilson protected. Heaving one. Wants Neighbors. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown Giants. He dropped it in the bucket from 48. Vintage Russell Wilson. Giants lead with 25 seconds.
It's second down and 13 for Knicks. 4-5 through the air. McGlinchey trying to block. Here comes the rush from Lewis. Downfield, he's got him! Caught! What a grab! Franklin outstretched, hauls it in. Downfield.
The first and 20. 5-man pressure this time, but it's picked up. Mahomes loaded up, going deep. Has Thornton again! This time he's got it! Touchdown!
Yeah, he keeps mentioning the future gold jacket. And he talks about Mac almost with awe. Herbert launches downfield. It's Johnson in stride. Touchdown, Chargers. 60 yards.
Fake the Corum. Stafford a deep drop. Looking long. Wants Davante Adams. End zone. He's got it. The Rams hook up on another deep shot. 44-yard touchdown. Stafford to Davante Adams.
So for him, it's a personal triumph, a gift to this area to be able to bring RFK back to the city.
Mariota throwing in. Open is Terry McLaurin. They wanted the deep shot. They got it.
Offensively, all three phases, this is one of those whitewash type games.
Going deep, Turner, Tucker, that's Trey Tucker, in for the touchdown. A.J. Dillon replaces Saquon Barkley on 2nd and 13. Hurts down the sideline, there's Brown, he's got it against Durant.
Set up our offense at midfield and try to get ourselves a touchdown.
C.J. Stroud wide open. Collins, and it's a Sunday stroll in the park. A 50-yard strike. New ball game. Really important to know Mike Evans not in the game. Remember, he has that hamstring issue.
Second down and 7. Fake toss to Irving. Mayfield looking. Finds the marker, first down and more, still going! And he's tripped up by the last line of defense. That was Carter as Mayfield gains 33.
So here are the Bears, a little flip to Swift, trying to get a flea flicker. It's way up there. Williams recovers, throws a seed, has a man, it is caught for a touchdown! Luther Burden's first in the league.
They were playing and coaching the Saints. Darnold deep on first down. Smith and Jigba reels it in. There is a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
If you ultimately decide to snap the ball and go for it, that's which they do.
4th and 2. The fake to Dobbins, and they got him downfield. Look at 6. Touchdown, Denver. What a play. 52 yards.
They might need to renegotiate after the season. Prescott again. Pressure comes, steps away, going to loft one deep. He's got a man. It is caught. Devontae Turpin on a beauty of a cross route, and Turpin's out of bounds. See where they put him inside the 15, right around there.
Trying to get a loss of yardage to make it a much longer field goal for Butker. Mahomes putting it up for grabs again for Thornton. That time he reached around his body to catch it at the 1. Thornton, too good.
Play action, and now this is a shot for Walker, setting up 1st and goal. Very comfortable coming back in, calling plays. On 1st down, a toss to Montgomery. Throws back to Goff, who airs it out for St. Brown. What a play. And what a time to show John Morton as they go into their bag of tricks and come up with that for 17.
Darnold. Deep downfield and reaching back is Smith and Jigba.
Certainly impressed by Patullo through these first 4 weeks here. He's had to adapt a bunch of different ways. Really tested today.
Hurts play action. Looking deep. It's not there. Now sees Barkley. He's open, but he's going to take it and run. Hurts has a 1st down. Still in bounds. Hurts racing for the end zone, and he's knocked out of bounds down around the 2.
And on the edges. 2nd and 16. Penix. Pump. Penix. Throw. Rainbow. Caught by London. Flagged out.
Now it's sustaining it for the whole season.
Herbert on 1st and 10. He gets a block from Deculus. Downfield, caught 5, touchdown. Johnston works on Belton. And Banks. 36-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers are back in business.
Here are the Bucs. They need something on offense. Just 2 field goals, including a 65-yarder today. Now it's Mayfield. Looking. Rolling. Going deep. Has a man. Ibaka! He's got it! Touchdown, Tampa! From 77.
Second down and 8. Fake to Judkins. Flacco fires downfield, and it is caught by the rookie Isaiah Bond.
3-0 to this point, but in a big hole right here. Mayfield, 2nd down. Buying more time, looking, floating on far side. Oh, beauty of a pass, and he's going to go all the way. Bucky Irving, touchdown. They got a 77 and a 72-yarder.
Fourth down. Mariota looking for it all. End zone. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel with the silencer.
On 3rd and 5, Purdy floats it. Pearsall looking for separation. Did he hold on? What a catch inside the Jacksonville 40. Slick Rick living up to the name.
As you see Worthy motioning over on Kelsey's side.
2nd and 8. Oh, you want a vertical game? Here you go. There's Worthy deep to the 45-yard line.
For 49 game-winning drives in his career. Trying to start one here, and he's got Atwell all alone. 2-2 Atwell, and it's 2-2 goodbye. One play, 88 yards, and 2-2 takes it for 6.
Prescott gets away. Parsons chasing him. Puts it up for grabs. Coming back is Tolbert. Did he keep his feet in? Yes, he did. Ruled a catch on the sideline inside the 5.
Fields kind of one explosive run tonight. It was a 19-yard run
In the first half, they just need one. He's going to try to get to the edge. The edge is taken away, and now Fields reverses Field, and he's got plenty of room. Justin Fields sprinting, makes a cut, another cut, all the way to the end zone.
Holy smoke. Cheat code stuff right there.
43 yards on a 4th and 1. Desperately needed play.
These receivers are playing really well. Nowhere for Stafford to go for the football there.
2nd and 10. Deep downfield, reaching up for it and holding it is Tutu Atwell. Covered by the rookie Siegel. 2nd and 1. Again, the drop. Spins away. Going deep downfield. And it's Atwell who makes the catch.
Shotgun for Stroud. Stroud steps up. He's going to run. First down. Stroud's got more. Stroud still going down the sideline. And Stroud looking for the pylon.
And then he all of a sudden becomes a stalwart second-team All-Pro.
3rd and 17, going deep. He's there. It's caught at the 30 by Devontae Smith. He got a step on Riley Moss, and this goes for 57.
Movement at the line. There is a flag down near side Flanoy. Oh, what an adjustment. Flanoy inside the 20-yard line. He got around Adams. It's a first down, Dallas.
Hey, he looks over to the sideline for confirmation. 2nd and 4. Flinging it. Caught. On the run is Barkley. He's in for a touchdown. Finally, Saquon breaks the big one.
First down here for Baltimore at the 40-yard line. Fake the handoff. It's a deep shot. Rush looking, and Zay Flowers turns around, gets up, and gets away. Flowers is tackled inside the 5. Finally, a big play.
So it was not the wrong decision, just a really good design by the Dallas defense.
Prescott loads up. Pickens hand fighting into the end zone. Touchdown. Breathtaking 43-yard strike.
These teams trying to avoid a 1-4 start. Off the fake, sets, throws, Stroud, deep shot. Christian Kirk has got it. Brought down inside the 5. Malachi Starks, the safety, with the tackle. Penalty marker is thrown.
3rd and short. Blitz coming. Herbert senses, runs. Herbert first down. Still on his feet. Justin Herbert. Foot race. And he's upended inside the 30. And now, to your point, can at the very least run out the half without giving it back. Here's Daniels. Lets one fly. Going deep. Luke McCaffrey. He's got it. Oh, what a catch. We've got another flag, though, so let's wait and see. Oh, my goodness. Luke McCaffrey.
From last season, if you can believe that, to this. 2nd down 2. Fake to Walker. Look at the time. Going deep, and he's got him. Smith and Jigba. What a catch. Beating Winfield. Oh, what a beauty. 52 yards.
Tough call right there with the 3rd down conversion.
They need the 46 of Seattle. 3rd and 13. Mayfield deep, and he's got Ibuka. He's got him. Caught inside the 5.
It's been a combination of receivers not catching it and then missing the easy ones to his open targets.
Ward this time is protected up the middle, and it's caught. Ridley on a perfectly thrown pass from Ward.
Right now, Ward is able to set his feet and throw the ball on time.
Ward puts some air under it. Up the sideline. Ridley. Cam Ward on the money.
Even if you lose the game, you want to advance your quarterback.
Diggs the motion man, bottom of the screen. May rolling that way, pointing, throwing towards Diggs, who broke free, and he's got it at the 5. Stephon Diggs kept working, out of bounds at the 4. 1st and goal, New England.
With Travis Hunter across from Hollywood Brown. Blitz. They got there. Mahomes gets rid of it. pass is caught by Thornton, coming back to the ball.
3rd and 12. Dart in the pocket. Dart's going to go deep, and that pass is going to be pulled in at the 21-yard line by little Jordan Humphrey, who was just elevated to the active list. Deep downfield, and that is pulled in inside the 40-yard line by Goddard.
But his catches count, all of them for first downs.
Fake handoff to Stevenson. May feeling the pressure.
Taking a shot. He's got his man. It's Pop Douglas, and he is in. Touchdown. And we got haymakers all over the place at the start. 53-yard strike from May.
So Walker's available there at Trayvon Walker, but just hasn't been very active as Darnold sets to throw. And floating one down the middle. And Smith-Njigba has it. Touchdown Seahawks. Punt of 45 yards, just beyond the 26-yard line. Darnold set to throw and wide open at the 40 of Jacksonville. A.J. Barner. Can they bring him down eventually? Yes, inside the 15-yard line.
2nd and 1. Brissett looking that direction, but this time it's Wilson. Jump ball, he's got it! Michael Wilson working against Jonathan Edwards.
And rallying tackle, someone's got to break a tackle to get this first down.
Of course, he's got Sterling Shepard out there, his old college teammate. But he's not going to have a chance. Oh, yes, he is. He fights through the sack. Looking for first down yard. Oh, my goodness, he's done it again. Oh, that is pure Baker Mayfield.
Now he has a system, and it's in place, and they're all together. And when you win, solves a lot of stuff.
2nd and 11. Going for a big ball. Down the field. He's got an open target. Oh, what a catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taz Johnson has his first NFL touchdown and a magnificent flip to go with it.
They immediately count on James Cook for that. They fake it to him, and Allen looks downfield and launches. Palmer's got it. Josh Palmer on the first play with a huge strike down near the 30. Picked up 46 and beat Mike Hughes.
Rodgers deep down the right sideline. Had his man. It is Metcalf making the catch. So on 3rd and 11, you've got Metcalf at 6'4" going against DJ Turner. 2:30 left in the 3rd. On 3rd and 4, Flacco under pressure, going deep and hauled in. And stopped at the 21-yard line. Yusuvash. Rodgers avoids the sack. Deep downfield, caught at the 35-yard line, and going all the way to the end zone is Freiermuth. Pat Freiermuth, 68 yards.
And Stafford's going to throw for it. And he's got himself a receiver. And it is a touchdown. Terrence Ferguson, the second rookie to catch a touchdown pass from Stafford today.
8 back in coverage this time for Minnesota. Hurts pointing, throwing, trying to find a loose man. It's A.J. Brown. He's in. Touchdown Eagles on the opening drive.
Play clock at 1. Ward taking a deep shot. DK is down there. DK, touchdown. His first NFL touchdown.
He has a last shot mentality. He wants to make sure they end this half with the ball.
May taking a deep shot down the field. Booty is down there. Touchdown. What a catch. Kayshon Boutte.
It is Brett Toth at center with Juergens dealing with an injury. Deep drop for Hurts, trying to find something downfield. And it's Devontae Smith. He's loose. He's got it. He is gone. Touchdown, Eagles. Lightning strike to Devontae Smith.
Their complete player come back, and that's dangerous.
First down. Mahomes steps up and launches. Open. It is caught on his back. Tyquan Thornton.
Up here with Isaiah Rodgers, one-on-one against A.J. Brown.
It is Hurts launching it. A.J. Brown is loose, and A.J. Brown has it. And that might have sealed the game for Philadelphia on a huge third down conversion.
96 and then 2020. Dalton, sideline for Leggett, and he's under it, and he's got it, and that is a first and a finish for Carolina.
Tracy the back. Good cup. Now here he goes, winding up, going. He's got him! Touchdown! Bellinger! Holy smokes, he was wide open. 44-yard touchdown strike, and the Giants are on the board first in Denver.
Get it for the fourth time. Prescott, a lot of time, airs it out deep down the field. CeeDee Lamb breaks the tackle, no one home. Touchdown, Dallas. Third and 5. Daniels can't find anyone. Now throws it deep. He's got Lane wide open. It's the catch. There's a penalty flag on this route. So let's see what it is. But for now, Jalen Lane hauls it in for a first down.
Third down and 23 for the Cardinals. Penalty marker. There was movement prior to the snap. As the catch is made by Zay Jones.
One timeout left for Dallas. After the sack, it's Prescott. Launching, going deep. Pickens with good coverage. He's got it! Oh, how many great catches is he going to make today?
Right now have the nice balance of run and pass. Third down and 14 here for Petzing on the Cardinals offense. And the catch is made in Packers territory by Marvin Harrison Jr.
First and 10 from their 23, and no timeouts. Knicks, long, down the middle, and caught it at the 48-yard line and grabbed by Mims.
And that group that Houston played on Monday night, Jaron Reed, Leonard Williams, the edge rushers that they have in Seattle, that's a tough front.
Here's Stroud looking deep. He's got Noel out there. Drops it in to Jalen Noel inside the San Francisco 25.
Getting better and better, so it's really difficult for a defense to hone in on where he's going to be.
Flacco, a little bit of movement, puts him there under deep down the field. Higgins wide open for the touchdown.
On first down, May gets out of, oh, he's got all kinds of room. And he's still running. Inside the 40, he'll take a seat. May's longest run, 28 yards. He's throwing for the end zone, and back there the catch is made. Kayshon Boutte has 6.
Here's Hurts, blitz coming. Hurts sees it, loading up, going for a deep ball. It is caught! Jahan Dotson! Oh, touchdown Eagles!
They just believe they're wired differently, they're coached differently, different culture. Williams, he chucks it downfield. Wow. A one-handed grab by DJ Moore. Bounds. The clock will continue to roll. Out of bounds. That was a brilliant catch.
This is game 2. And they lead starting the fourth as Nix gets hit for the first time in this game. Throws it. Sutton has it. Was he touched? I believe he was.
Packers nosing around. Rodgers playing the game at the line. Scrambling, firing downfield for Roman Wilson. Got it in bounds. Inside the 30 at the 28. Biggest play in the career of the former Michigan Wolverine.
That's Diggs in motion, still looking for his first catch. May steps up, fires, looking for Douglas. Got him! Demario Douglas still on his feet at the 20. Cuts it back, stumbling around, but still going. Pop Douglas pops off for 58 yards.
Right before the 2-minute warning, Herbert gets a playoff. He pumps a few times. Now he runs. He hasn't run all day, but he's going to run for the first down and more. Inside Titans territory, out of bounds.
Bears are just playing their regular defense, but trying to disguise their looks.
Only about 5 yards away from McPherson's field goal range. Flacco puts a man under it far side. Higgins, just crazy catch for the Cincinnati touchdown.
Penix trying a deep shot, looking for London. Flag is down. London makes the catch. Going over Christian Gonzalez.
More than 2 plays and get your field goal unit on the field if this ball is completed or the clock is running.
Williams slings it. Williams. Loveland bangs off his man. He's going to score. Home. Colston Loveland in a jaw dropper. 58 yards on the catch and run from the rookie.
Nakua in motion from the 49. Stafford fires downfield. It is caught. Touchdown. Puka Nakua.
Back to the 44. Allen stands right in the pocket. Finds the man in space. And here he goes. Kincaid down to the 9-yard line and out of bounds.
You know Kelsey will find a way to get open.
That went for 20. Now going for the deep ball. He's open. It's Hollywood. And they don't give him the touchdown. They say he's a foot out. 3rd and 9. Launches it. Look who's open. Kelsey at the 40-yard line. Mahomes danced around and bought enough time to pick up 28.
I mean, it's wins and losses. That's what the game's about. But they have blown one fourth-quarter lead after another. Prescott, Lamb got behind the defense, and there he goes to the middle of the field and knocked down near the 20.
Going to go deep again. He's got a man open, and it's caught in stride by Hollins. Tackled at the 5-yard line. May has shown all year he's one of the great deep ball throwers in the league.
Giants bring an extra man. It's picked up. Williams flushed. Williams room to run. There goes Caleb Williams. There goes Caleb Williams. 1st and goal, Chicago.
Walker the back, opening drive, 1st and 10. They began back at the 35. The fake to Walker, who offers a block. And then going deep and looking inside the caught. Smith and Chigba with the grab. What a catch. 43-yard touchdown strike. Working on Thompson.
Second down and 9. Mariota fires downfield, and it is caught. Jalen Wayne.
He had 43 yards all night. He gets 41 there, the longest play of the game on either side. Shoulder pump fake, end zone. It is caught for the touchdown, Devontae Smith.
Try to study their tape, see what they did so well. London Fletcher, man, he was an awesome linebacker.
Mariota on 3rd down and 9, picks up the first and still going. Marcus Mariota inside the 20 and finally knocked out of bounds.
Disciplinary issue that he reportedly missed a meeting on Friday, and the decision was made to not have him activated today. Allen on 3rd and 3.
Only a 3-man rush from the Bucs.
Allen buys time. He's going to toss it downfield. Open man. Caught by Shavers. Touchdown, Bills. That's old-fashioned Josh Allen football.
Tremble in the backfield along with Dowdle on a 1st down from the 36. Clean pocket for Young. Another deep shot down the left side. He drops it in for Lee Gett. Brilliant throw from Bryce Young.
Ward throws deep, and it's caught inside the 10. Okonkwo, the tight end.
That'd be where I'd go.
Young, light rush for Atlanta. Bryce Young steps and throws. He's got it to McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina.
San Francisco bringing just 4. Brissett hit as he throws, looking for Wilson on the sideline. What an adjustment and what a catch by Michael Wilson. Lamar throwing on the run. Zay Flowers is open. Zay Flowers cuts it upfield at the 10 and caught from behind by Denzel Ward.
Low snap. And Mahomes going to launch it long. One-on-one coverage. And Thornton makes the catch. Gets to his feet. McMillan then slings him down at the 10. They may have marked him down where he caught the ball originally.
As a fullback in the backfield.
3rd down and 2 on the toss. Singletary back to Winston. And now Winston fires downfield into the end zone. Touchdown, Wan'Dale Robinson.
I mean, he's on this Seahawks team. Not a lot of stats this year, but really a great asset that they've brought in.
Darnold with time going up top for Jackson Smith, and Jigba drops it in the bucket and he will backpedal for a touchdown. What a throw. What a catch. 6 on the board from 63 out.
And clean up some of our pre-snap issues.
Yeah, 0 for 2 in the red zone. Now 1 for 6 the last game and a half for Seattle. Darnold on 1st down. Flushed, finds Smith and Jigba. Another big play. Jackson Smith and Jigba still on his feet and finally out of bounds at the 20-yard line of Tennessee.
Finally got into some rhythm. He said it was important to get a 1st down. So here 3rd and long to start this thing off.
Ramondre Stevenson the back. 3rd and 11. May going deep, and he's got a great deep arm. Caught! 45 touchdown. Attempt right there as they're going for Douglas. He gets the 1st down. DeMario Douglas with a big-time catch.
Now we hear him. Another trick play as Olszewski throws. It's caught. Olszewski with the pass into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Jameis Winston. Play clock at 2. Giants got the snap away. Winston from the end zone, airing it out, and it is caught for a Giants 1st down. Isaiah Hodgins.
All of their corners are lined up, man coverage on the receivers.
5.5 remaining. 3rd down and 17. Winston stays on his feet, directing traffic. Now he throws, and it's caught. Wow! Theo Johnson on 3rd down and 17.
Need 7 for a 1st down.
Super early, but you got to be all over everything.
It's a blitz. Stepping up and heaving it, and Worthy makes the catch. And they're in field goal range.
force errant throws. You got to do when you play this much zone defense.
Eagles need to get to the 40. Hurts loading up, going deep. Devontae Smith comes back and gets it. Oh, Devontae Smith on a beautiful throw. Eagles show blitz, movement. I don't see a flag. Third down, Prescott got to launch it, going deep. CeeDee Lamb makes the catch. Multiple flags too, so let's see what the call is.
Longest play of the game right there, 33 yards, takes him into New Orleans territory. Fake to Robinson. Cousins wants to take a shot. It's Mooney. It is caught. It's a touchdown. Shades of 2024 as Cousins finds Mooney for the touchdown. 49 yards.
Prescott has some time, loading up, going deep, Pickens. He's got it. Oh, come on. Prescott thinking about running. Is he going to get there? Gets a block. Prescott flies in. Touchdown.
Little shoulder fake, end zone shot. He's got the rookie touchdown, McMillan, and the Panthers are back in it. Teterow is fifth.
At the 10-yard line.
But the only thing people will remember is from here on out.
Prescott going deep. He's got a man waiting for it. It's Lamb hauling it in at the Kansas City 40.
He can do this.
3rd and 6. Quinnen Williams tripped him up, but he's still going and heaving it down the field. Wide open is Worthy. Unbelievable play by Mahomes.
Burrow, time, deep shot for Chase. Got it! With the coverage from Humphrey. At the last minute, space for Chase.
Look, he looks as fresh as he's ever been.
2nd down and 10. Stafford takes a shot for Smith with speed. He's got him. Big play, Xavier Smith.
And dealing with it in cold weather can't feel good.
One timeout, 1st and 10, going deep into the wind and looking for Kittle. Broken up on the play. Hickman.
Oh, they're calling catch.
They're going to call the catch.
And then ripped out at the end.
He's on Robinson in the passing game. Breece Hall looking like a wide receiver there.
Fake to Hall. And now Taylor airing it out. It is caught. Mitchell, touchdown.
Two for two today is Carolina. On this crucial 4th down, Young, McMillan, got it! Touchdown, Panthers lead!
Could still work the middle of the field.
Two big targets to the left. Nick's looking that way, not open, trying to take off. Got it away for the touchdown for Sutton. His knee was almost down, but he kept it alive. Fire to Sutton. Denver has the lead.
Sticks defense lined up right across where the 1st down marker is.
5 in the pattern. Nix has some time. Going to take a shot. He's got an opening. And it's caught for the 1st down by Sutton. He's finally touched down there at the 29-yard line.
How much progress he's made. Patriots in field goal range at the moment. Here's one downfield and caught for the touchdown. Kyle Williams.
Ali is the running back. Rasheen Ali saw a lot of action against Cincinnati as they were playing catch-up. Lamar going deep. He's got Flowers open, and he makes the catch. Inbounds, they say. What a play by Zay Flowers. Rodgers excited to have him here.
Yep.
And he's going deep. They have not had a deep ball in a month. And Metcalf makes the catch. They did not have a pass 20 yards downfield in the air complete the entire month of November.
20 out of 25 today, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's pressured, he's got a ton of room. There goes Josh Allen through the snow, into the end zone. Touchdown Bills, 40 yards.
Well, there's quarterback rush lanes, and then there's this.
Williams on the fake. Looking deep, not there. In trouble. Runs away again. And now rifles one deep, and it's caught! A dart to Cole Kmet on the run, and a beauty.
Begins with the mark at the 33, and Nick Chubb, the running back. Take by Stroud, looking for something deep, and downfield he goes. Nico Collins goes up to get it at the 21-yard line. Mahomes just 58 passing yards in the first half. Looking for space to load up. Send it downfield towards Hollywood Brown at the 20-yard line. 36 of a completion.
10 penalties. It's one every 3 minutes. Mayfield. Deep down the left sideline. Got a man wide open. Tackled to the 26 and then getting out of bounds. Mike Evans. Mayfield now 11 of 21 for 173 off the fake. Going deep downfield for Evans. He's got it. He and Bryant against each other. It's almost a no contest situation.
Welcome back. Long touchdown drive to start the day. Play action pass to begin this drive, and a deep shot. Smith, perfect throw from Hurts. 43 yards, a thing of beauty.
Again, a little bit better right now. I like what he's doing. He's challenging the Giants to be patient offensively.
Dart takes off, 2nd and 9, picks up a first and much more. Jackson Dart inside the 15 and finally brought down at the 13-yard line.
Minimal wind, as we talked about. You just saw Dicker warming up. The running back is Vidal. And Herbert to the air. Here comes Jones, and the pass caught. Harris caught the ball at the 25 of the Chiefs. He is down.
They need to get to the 42. From the gun, deep drop. Allen hooks a pass, and it's a battle with a flag down. Shakir and Marcus Jones. Jones comes away with it.
Want to get Terry McLaurin involved some more in this offense.
First down and 20.
Got him.
There's McLaurin. Inside the 10. Stays on his feet. Into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. 51 yards. Mariota to McLaurin. Former Jet, Seahawk. His father George was a running back for the Giants. As Dart finds his man downfield, it's Theo Johnson.
Empty set for Ward. He's got time, got a man downfield. It's caught by Helm, who fumbled the ball momentarily, but seemingly held on and broke the plane for a touchdown.
On the play fake now, Stafford with time, loading up, going deep down the field, Puka Nacua. He's got it! In stride and a beauty.
2nd and 2 inside 4 minutes, first half. Nix, wide open is Sutton. Sutton holds on to it with 2 hands down to the 22-yard line. That is a pass play for 42 yards.
Goff going for it all. Jameson Williams, he's got it! Touchdown, Lions!
We know better.
Oh, we know way better, KB.
Stafford, 17 seconds. Loaded up. Going deep. Has Nacua. He's got it. Down to the 20. Oh, my goodness. Another big play.
Kool-Aid McKinstry trying to talk to his back line of the defense as the snap came. This is a ball way downfield, and there for Lee Gett, who gets up and runs. It's a first down and more.
2nd and 21. This is a run or screen down.
They just got it off. Very loud crowd right now. Young launching near side. He drops it in for Coker. What a rainbow!
Oh my goodness. The DB was thinking the same thing I was.
Stafford now going to float one far corner. Brought in and caught for the touchdown. Colby Parkinson. What a catch.
It would have been 4th down had it been ruled an incompletion, and it likely would have been a punt. Instead, because of the fumble, Cam Ward gets the ball to plus 45 and takes a deep shot downfield, and it is held on to by Van Jefferson at the 1.
Goes 5 wide. Stafford deep downfield as a man open makes the catch. Xavier Smith. What a time for his first grab tonight. Just trying to stretch the lead, and that is going to be hauled in by who else? Puka Nacua.
1st down and 10. He'll look to throw it on 1st down. He's looking long. He wants McLaurin. He's got him. Terry McLaurin against Adoree Jackson for 42 yards.
On the fake, Williams looking downfield, launching downfield, going for it all. It is caught. Bears win it. DJ Moore.
And now Joe Burrow and company begin at their own 9. Dolphins going to bring 4. Burrow step out of his own end zone, taking a shot near side. Higgins. Boy, all that athleticism.
2nd and short. Prescott takes a deep shot down the sideline. It is Pickens picking it for the touchdown. Five guys on the line, right?
Down line, yep.
There it is. Herbert off the play fake, stepping up, climbing the pocket, taking a shot. Johnston. He held on. He is inbounds for the catch, down inside the 25 of Dallas. And the former TCU Horned Frog picks up 50.
Right in position today.
Pollard back there now. 2nd down, 8. They bring everybody. Here comes Tranquil. Here comes Hicks. And he's belted as he throws. And caught DK right in front of Fulton. Was he in? They say he was.
But I would agree with Chase Brown. I think it's a whole lot to do with nothing, and we're going to see a great version of Joe Burrow next season.
Burrow fires down the field. Boy, they had to come back for it. It was Chase.
When you've allowed him to escape.
Extra body coming for the Dallas pressure. Nearly got to Herbert. They could not contain him. And there he goes sprinting, getting a block, and down inside the Dallas 35.
Takes out the opportunity to spread out the field.
3rd down, Brissett. He loads up to launch. Down the sideline, into coverage, and incomplete. Kobe Bryant on the coverage of Wilson. It was close. Wilson couldn't reel it in, but the rookie out of Kansas was stuck to him.
Oh, you got one-on-one outside. Linebacker on Gainwell.
Rodgers off his back foot, throws it down the way, and a flag's coming out on Anzalone. And look at Gainwell. Gainwell thinks he has the touchdown.
Done a great job with helping him convert and make him a playmaker from the nickel spot.
3rd and 6. Genty down the field. He's open. He's got it at the 30. Genty, stiff arm, stays on his feet. Touchdown! What a play by the rookie! Ashton Genty, a 60-yard touchdown, and we're tied at 13.
On 1st down off the play fake. Nix sets up, and he's looking deep. Wants Franklin, drops it in. Franklin with a catch. 1st and goal, Denver at the Jaguar 9.
Stevenson gets a break to Ernest Johnson, 7th-year veteran, former Raven, in the lineup. May taking a deep shot. Downfield towards Williams. He brought it in. That's a touchdown. That is Kyle Williams. His 3rd of the year. Tremendous over-the-shoulder catch. Game on in Baltimore.
This is where Washington turns to Von Miller. 3rd down, looking for pressure. Dallas goes empty. Prescott, step, throw, flag down, and caught in stride.
Right
Turpin, the speed. He's gone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Stroud trying to get it through the air. He goes deep for Higgins. Caught. Higgins. Touchdown, Texans, 75 yards. What a play, Kurt Warner, up top to start it. Nick Chubb now in the game. Fake to him. Stroud over the middle. And he's got another open receiver for a touchdown. It's Noel on Christmas. 43 yards. The Texans have come out on fire. Herbert goes deep for Johnston. He has him. Johnston. Big time play for the Chargers, down to the Texans 14. 3rd and 14. Herbert steps up. He's going to run it. And he's got room. He takes the hit and absorbs it. Justin Herbert.
Ward looking deep down the field for DK. He's got him. DK to the 20-yard line, a gain of 38.
He picks up Brady Cook this week, and Drake May right back to work. Under some pressure, launches for Diggs. Looking for the Moss. He got it. 3rd down. Burrow. Looking for Higgins on the sideline. He's open and he drops it in beautifully. In Arizona territory and out of bounds at the 42.
A lot of substitutions just took place there. Roy Ellison, the umpire, stepping in to allow them to finish.
Ward scrambling, throwing deep on the run, looking for Kinsey. Kinsey's got it. Mason Kinsey, his 2nd catch of the year.
That you just normally take for granted. You can't do that today.
On the play fake, Allen has some time. Lets it fly. Going deep. Has a man. It is caught. Brandon Cooks on a bomb. 3rd down. It's Hurts. First option not open, but the second one is. And a dart across the middle to Devontae Smith to move the chains. Blitz is coming. Allen has it blocked up. Now gets hit as he throws. Taking a shot deep. It is.
Oh, my God.
Caught! Tyrell Shavers held on.
So to the 35-yard line it goes. And a 1st down for the Bears. And Williams to the air one more time. Sending it downfield to the end zone for Burden. He's got it. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden just told you about his ability. Behind the secondary. And Williams hits him. Theo Benedict, the extra offensive lineman, moved. Free play for Williams as the flag is down. So Caleb looking to launch. Does towards the end zone. Touchdown. Colston Loveland. So it was a free play. Williams taking advantage of it. And if the flag is on the Niners, we're an extra point from a tie game.
Offside. Defense number 93. Penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Had to go quick with the play clock running down. He did. It's a boot. Purdy pulling back, stepping forward, throwing on the run. Touchdown! What a play, Purdy! Use check on the business end. You deserve to dance.
no hurry here. You're right. They've got all 3 timeouts. Mayfield on the move here, stepping up, trying to create. Go scanning the field. So he got the ball. And now finally throws it down to Otten. Otten banged out of bounds at the 31. That play took about 30 seconds to unfold.
Unbelievable.
That's just Baker being Baker.
Play clock at 2. Pressure does come. Young backpedals. Heaves downfield. It's McMillan wide open behind the defense. Grabs it to the 7-yard line. Had to have it, and they got it.
Drake London in motion, bottom of your screen. Fake. Cousins is looking for London, and he's got it. Reached over the defensive back to haul it in, and Quincy Riley.
He's among the best in the league at scramble, run, and pass.
Oh, little razzle-dazzle here. He's got Efton Chisholm wide open. And the rookie Chisholm, who got his first catches in the NFL last week, gets to do it in front of the home crowd here for the first time, 33 yards.
Chase Blackburn, their special teams coordinator, onto their interim.
Ben Kawika to for Blackburn. Wilson wide open. Touchdown.
Third and 4. Steelers bring 4. Highsmith is there. Jackson got away. Now reloads and throws to Flowers downfield. He's got it for a touchdown. They had Jackson. 2 Steelers. He escaped and finds Flowers, and the Ravens take the lead.
Still a shotgun.
3rd and 1. Fake to Henry Jackson. Shot downfield. Zay Flowers again. Zay Flowers inside the 20. He's going to go. There is a flag on the far side of the field. Let's see what that is. The Ravens react as though it is on Pittsburgh. Rodgers protected. Throws to Austin for the touchdown.
1 minute to go in this third quarter. 2nd and 9. Young retreats, steps up, lets it fly. He's got Coker. Jalen Coker stops and starts. 1st and goal, Carolina. 51, biggest play of the day.
Clearly established himself as a runner, which he didn't do. That's forcible contact. It should have been a penalty for roughing the passer. 15 yards.
Is May taking off on the run. First down in field goal range and more. There goes May inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Big run by May.
Jake Andrews, he snaps it without being told it was time.
Stroud able to step into it and looking downfield. He's got Kirk.
I'd send someone right downfield if the safety's there to make the outcut.
On 2nd and 10, he's rolling, planting, going. Here's you go, Tony, to the end zone. They got it! What a call! It's Humphrey hauling it in for the Bronco touchdown.
Hasn't played a ton today. Now it's like go out there and save our season.
1st and 10.
They're going after him.
Going for the end zone, over the shoulder. Oh, Mims hauls it
in. Anderson coming off the edge. May steps into it, takes a shot downfield, and caught for the touchdown. Kayshon Boutte. Wow.
Command in motion. Williams drifting, sprinting for space, in all kinds of trouble, put it up for grabs in the end zone. He got it for the touchdown. They've done it again. Unbelievable.
Benito trying to get around the edge. May felt him and took off. And May's got a first down. And he's wide open to the 20 and out of bounds at the 15.
That's going to be a story of today.
3rd and 5. Darnold back, gonna float one deep, has a man, Shaheed! He's got it! Foot race, and he's tripped up! A bomb to Rashid Shaheed, and that's a heck of a start.
They're going to feel like they have to go 150 yards for a touchdown, not the normal length of the field.
Play action, pressure, Stafford gonna take shot deep, Nakua's open, he's got it! Stafford to Nakua on a big connection, down to the 26. Pressure, Darnold launching deep, going down there, it's caught, and hanging on is Smith and Jigba.
Gain of 24, trying to find some tempo, trying to take a shot play. Downfield for Hollins, he's got it! Touchdown, New England! So a scramble and 2 made dimes.